Obviously we went into this game saying that the turnover battle and the penalty battle was going to be very important. And I think that was really what the game boiled down to, the fact that our defense was able to get 4 turnovers and our offense protected the ball and had none. I thought was really the story of the game. I thought our backs, both Jerron Seymour and Brian Kimbrough, did a really good job of grinding it out and getting you the 4 yards and getting you the 6 yards and getting you the 8 yards that maybe aren't the sexy runs that the fans get excited about, the 50-yard runs, but are very, very important in the SEC, in the line of scrimmage league. Also want to mention it being Veterans Day. Will Holden, his father, is a career Navy man. Andrew Williamson's father is still serving. Sean Dowling's father is still serving, and Nigel Bowden has had 2 brothers serve as well. So I want to mention that. I want to say thank you to all the servicemen out there that allow us to do the things that we do and the freedoms that we have. We're excited about having Kentucky come into our place and get a chance to be back home. Excited about selling out the game, packing a stadium full of black and gold, which you guys know I've said before. I think really is one of the next big important hurdles, and one of the probably most important factors for us to continue building this program is selling the stadium out with our fans full of black and gold, getting there early, staying late, and screaming like crazy. I think that's a very, very important next step for us as a program.
James, is there a different level of importance on the running game right now? You got a backup quarterback. You didn't have Kraus the other day. If you could just talk about how the running game looks and how important it is now to the offense.
Yeah, I think whenever you can establish a running game, it helps everybody. It helps the wide receivers, it helps the quarterbacks, helps the O-line. I don't think there's any doubt with protection and all those issues. But yeah, I think when you lose your starting quarterback and the next quarterback goes in and has done a nice job for us managing the game, especially when his first 2 starts are on the road in the SEC, when you can alleviate some of that pressure by establishing a running game, it helps. It's funny because a lot of people talk about the statistics from Saturday, but the most important statistics is how many points you score and how many points you keep off the board in wins and losses. And it's hard to put up a bunch of yards when you have a short field. So I think he did a nice job managing the game. I think the fact that we were able to establish the run was big, and we'd love to be able to do that for the rest of the year starting this week.
I know Seymour's not Zach Stacy yet, but he's finding his way into the end zone.
Yeah, Jerron Seymour needs to focus on being the best Jerron Seymour he possibly can be. I think right now he's 2 touchdowns away from tying the single-season touchdown record, which is pretty good. Again, I think the way he's able to get 4 yards, 6 yards, 12 yards consistently has been very, very important for us. And I think the fact that he's able to take some of the negative yardage runs that maybe a guy free in the backfield make him miss and go for 6 or 8 yards has been very important. So we're very pleased with him.
Mentioned filling the stadium as the next step. What are the other next steps?
Well, for me, the first thing is selling out the stadium on a consistent basis. That must happen. And then we got to keep pushing facility-wise. You guys have heard me say that before. Facilities show a commitment from everybody involved. You're also able to sell the game day experience and things like that. We've made tremendous strides. The administration has been unbelievable. Alumni is coming back in droves and making great support. You think about all the things we've been able to get done. We had the press conference last week for the indoor facility, but we still have a long ways to go. And I think stadium is a big part of that as well. So they're probably the 2 biggest things. But that's where the fans are so important, because for us to continue taking the strides we need to take, we have to generate revenue. And the best way to generate revenue is selling out the games on a consistent basis. So that's the next step for us.